Okay, so now that I found where I was working again, what you can either do with this pipe now that you know, so you made sure that it was straight and 90 degrees and everything like that by making it smaller, so trying to get it to extend all the way. You can just, actually the easiest thing to do is, because you probably won't have this fitting in there already, you can trim. I'm not going to do those two. Make sure they're at the same height. 21 and 8. Ah, it's so you can see here how it's started offset, and see how it's like different sizes. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's try it again. Okay, so I just realized the reason that it wasn't working before when I was putting all the pipe in was when I created the pipe, I forgot to check to make sure the slope was off. So I had the slope on, so it was that, and that's why it was screwing up. Because obviously for something like this, it doesn't need to be sloped. So you always want to make sure when you're adding, and that's the thing that kind of sucks with this is because I was doing the plumbing before. It saves off even with plumbing, so obviously I was just doing plumbing, but it saves with plumbing. So you always want to make sure, again, always double check to make sure the slope is off if you don't need a slope. And then again, if you're doing the refrigerant lines, standard is the pipe type for refrigerant lines. So now if I come out a little bit, then I go up to 21.8, and then draw a little one like that. So now that everything's straight, it'll let me trim. Before it wasn't letting me trim because this pipe was sloping up and this one was flat, so it wouldn't let me trim. So now if I see, it lets me trim, and it adds, see how it adds this reducer in. But you don't want that. So what you can do is once you get that extension in, you can delete out those fittings that you want, and then just drag this. And then you can take this and just drag it so it hits the center. You gotta drag it. You gotta drag it enough past it so it knows to put in the T fitting. Like that. So it puts in the T fitting, then a reducer down to the smaller size that you need. Obviously, that's the way that you're gonna do it anyway, because if you're going step by step, you probably would do this, then you would continue on. I just had this pipe in because it was already there. But obviously that probably wouldn't be there if you just starting from scratch. And then so you can branch off, do that, and then you can continue on to the next one. By just keep dragging this to however far you need it, and then you can branch off again. But there's many ways that you can do it. You can branch off from this and go to there. A lot of times it's easier just to branch off from this and then run back to the main, and that goes for most of the stuff, even for like the ductwork. Branch off from this and then run it back to the main, and then see the best way to connect it, and then always make sure you're going through your structure and stuff like that, and you're not conflicting with any of that, and you're running through it fine. But that's certain things that you can do for that. And I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to show for the ductwork / mechanical side of things. Again, mainly it's more just you got to actually do it to get the hang of it. I could show probably a 2-hour video. This is even getting up there. This is probably 30 to 45 minutes already, this whole tutorial. Just for the ductwork. But I could probably show a 2-hour video of all the little things that you can do with Ductwork to get it to work. But the best thing is just to try it out and just to play around with it to get it to work. And then when you guys have certain issues with stuff, I can come over with help. But the kind of effort that I was trying to do with these videos was to get you guys started enough where you can have most of your stuff laid out. And then if there's certain issues that you're having where you can't get certain things to work, we can take a look at it and show you the little tricks that you can manipulate it to get it to work if it's not working and stuff like that. But I think that's it.